He laughed, not loudly, but enough for her to feel erased from that evening. Someone at the table smiled, asking lightly, "So, who is she?" He didn't even look at her. "She helps me with translations," he said calmly. The laughter that followed was soft, but it cut through her like glass. That was the moment Anna understood. He wasn't ashamed of her accent. He was ashamed of her. When the dinner ended, he followed her out. "Anna, wait." She didn't stop. "Not now," she said quietly. "Please, just listen. I just didn't want to make things awkward." She turned sharply. Her eyes were colder than the night wind. "Awkward," she whispered. "You mean embarrassing?" He hesitated. "No, it's just, those people, you don't know them, they—" The slap echoed louder than the music behind the doors. "Those people? And what am I to you, Daniel? A mistake you dress up for the weekends?" He stared at her, stunned, but for the first time she wasn't trembling. "You know how this world works," he said through his teeth. "No," she cut him off. "I know how cowards work. Anna, don't. Don't say my name like I still belong to you." Snow was falling onto her hair. Her eyes shone with anger, not tears. "You wanted me to smile, to stay quiet, to be the pretty secret, right? So your friends wouldn't see that you're with someone not from their circle?" He looked away. "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that," she said, stepping closer. "You were never afraid of me, Daniel. You were afraid of seeing yourself next to me and realizing you're not as brave as you pretend to be." He tried to touch her hand. She pulled away. "Don't. It's over," and she walked away. The city was loud, but inside her, complete quiet. Her phone rang again and again. She didn't answer, not out of revenge, just because there was nothing left to say. When betrayal happens right in front of you, words lose their meaning. At home, she put the kettle on and just watched the water boil. Then she sat on the floor and cried, quietly, the way adults cry when explanations no longer help. She remembered how he once said, "I love your accent. It's like music." Back then, it sounded sweet. Now it sounded like a line rehearsed for an audience. She wasn't his love story. She was his curiosity. The next morning, the sunlight felt almost rude. She hadn't slept, but for the first time, she woke up free. She opened the window, breathed in the cold air, and realized she could finally breathe without him. It still hurt, but pain was better than pretending. She packed a few things, left his key on the table, and wrote one short note. "I'm not something to be loved in secret." He came the next evening, holding flowers. "I never meant to hurt you," he said softly. "I just panicked." She met his eyes. "No, you were afraid." He nodded. "Yes, I was." "Then remember this," she said, her voice trembling but steady. "Fear doesn't save anything. It kills what could have been." She closed the door, slowly, without anger. And for the first time, she didn't feel like a victim. She felt done. Weeks passed. Anna learned to exist on her own. Work, books, long walks, quiet evenings, ordinary things that rebuilt her piece by piece. Sometimes she missed him, but mostly she missed the version of herself that still believed. Day by day, the ache faded. Her eyes began to shine again, not with love, but with life. She started taking more freelance work, signed up for public speaking classes. At first, her voice shook. Then it didn't. Her accent didn't disappear. It became her signature. Confidence now spoke through it. Months later, she was invited to speak at a conference. Big room, bright lights, calm voice. She talked about communication, courage, and identity without realizing he was in the audience. After the applause, he approached her. "You're different," he said. She smiled. No, I just stopped hiding. He looked at her the way he used to, with admiration, regret, and something like longing. Maybe we could try again, he asked quietly. She shook her head. No, Daniel. Love that hides from the world doesn't deserve to be rescued. He wanted to say more, but the words wouldn't come. She stood up, took her coat. At the door, she turned back. Thank you, she said softly. Because of you, I learned that being alone isn't scary. What's truly lonely is standing beside someone who's ashamed to be seen with you. She smiled, calm, free, and walked away. He didn't stop her this time. Outside, the city was waking up. Early light spilled across the street. Sometimes betrayal isn't the end. It's the beginning of truth. Love that fears judgment isn't love. It's performance. She no longer hid. She no longer waited. She just walked forward, toward the light, and toward herself.